she will participate in this also, right?
Technically, she is a catechumen, but since she's younger, you know, under what we call the age of reason, you don't generally celebrate those rites with someone that young. But Luke's older, so we'll do it with him. That's why there was a little confusion, I know, during at Mass, whenever it was, 2 weeks ago, and Allison said, you know,
Just want to make sure.
so of course she can go, but she won't technically go up there and sign the book and do all that stuff.
And if you have other people that are going, there will not be reserved seats for them. So the reserved seating is really just for the sponsor and the candidate or the catechumen. So I don't know if you have plans for other people. So Madison, you may or may not have a seat. Do you know, Father, how many seats are generally left for people? Are there very many at the cathedral?
You know, I don't know, you know, that at times in the past they've said no one extra can come because we don't have room for them. They're not saying that. And so she said, how many people are you coming? And I told her, 40.
Okay.
So, because some people were saying, well, I got 70 coming. But honestly, what you're saying now is the first I've heard of that part. So, I'm not saying it's wrong. But I
There's
just hadn't heard it.
31 churches is what it has listed for the two. There's 3 ceremonies. Ours is the 2 o'clock, and it says there's 31. But does that mean that they all are really sending somebody, or that's just all that could be sending people? Do you know?
I think that it's just could.
Could, okay.
You know, some of those larger parishes sometimes have some rather large groups, like Holy Spirit and Bowling Green's usually got a lot.
Oh, and they're in our group.
Yeah.
So how long do you think we'll be there?
Expect the thing to last somewhere in the neighborhood of an hour and a half to 2 hours. But it does depend on the number of people, the number of sponsors, and gift testimony.
Is that common?
Some get it. It's always some.
So then, when we
No,
turn
you don't
to,
have to. She would have.
Oh. Okay, we turned in 3.
Okay.
Then our third one doesn't sit with us, he sits someplace else.
I guess if he turned in 40, they may have a 40 spot for you, so.
Maybe we could squeeze in the last pew, maybe behind you.
I only turned in 3, so we're gonna have to entertain. I'm not one person.
So you're gonna have to.
I was assuming we'd all be together, but I don't.
Okay, and they may do it
Does
that
Sister
way.
Jean tell you that?
Well, that's when we were in Bowling Green, the extra people didn't sit with them. But now that's been 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. So they may have changed that since then too. Because that was everybody, that wasn't, now they kind of break it out into groups.
You know, we've got a new director right now, and we haven't even done this in the cathedral for 2 years because it's gotten snowed out the last 2 years. And we've done it in the parish. So,
So years ago,
I
I
don't
did it.
know.
Years ago, when I did
We'll
it.
see. We'll squish them in, we'll squish them right in if we can. How about that?
I think I
That'd
did
be
it
better.
the first year too, if they were limited to the decrease. He came to each.
Really?
So we used to have Henderson.
Now, do you do anything at like the 10 o'clock mass before
Yes.
Okay, do you want to talk about that or?
Yeah, I guess it's a good time to. Yes, it's called the rite of sending. So we're sending you to the bishop at the cathedral. Okay, it won't be at the beginning of Mass this time, it'll come after the homily. And it doesn't take terribly long. Basically, I'll just invite all the catechumens with their sponsors or godparents to come forward as a group. And there's one of 2 ways we can do it. The sponsors can even be given an opportunity to share testimony about the person, which is not the one they usually prefer, or, but I don't want to put words in your mouth, or I simply ask some questions and the godparents respond, they have, and those kinds of things. That's usually what they prefer. Because most people have a deathly fear of speaking in front of groups. So, okay, I'll take that as an option too. Then there's a little prayer, and then the catechumens go back and the sponsors go back to their seat. Then we call all the candidates up, same thing. You know, very similar with you all. And then, again, a little prayer that closes it, and that's it. Really, it's fairly short and simple. Nothing to, nothing special to know. You don't have to sit anywhere special. You don't march in the opening procession or any of that stuff this time. Just sit wherever you want. When you're called forward, just come on down, like they say. The price is right.
How many parishes are there?
So this is here, but I'm talking
Oh, okay.
about that 10 o'clock mass this coming Sunday.
That would just be how much you're here.
At the right of election, she said 31 of them parishes will be there.
I can't hear right now, so.
Yeah, 31. There's 79 in the diocese. They had 3, so they do 3 of them. Spread hours, 31.
Do we still meet here first, right? Like at 2 o'clock? The people that have already been baptized will meet here at 2 o'clock and then?
No, we gotta be-
well,
no,
We gotta be there
the
too.
idea is, well, I mean, if you want to, we can caravan up there. You know, we probably need to get there about 1:45 or so. It takes about an hour, so we probably want to be. Oh, you say 1:30?
They're saying 30 minutes early, they want you there.
Well, I know what you're saying.
Oh, never mind. Fashionably late.
Depends on who your telephone.
What are you gonna do for 30 minutes? Okay.
1:45 is great.
I was just trying to buy us a little bit of time. I know I'm usually pretty rushed. You know, I would say, or I was gonna say anyway, that if we left here at, 1:45, we ought to be good. But that means leaving at 1:45. So maybe we ought to say, meet here at 12:30.
Yeah, because you've got a park there also.
And it's street parking.
It is, but there's also part, well, that's a good point. Okay, maybe we'll allow ourselves one more time. You can talk me into it. We can pull out at 12:30, that's fine. Do you all want a caravan, or if you know where the cathedral is, and just say, I'll meet you there?
I don't know where it is. None of us in my family know where it is, so.
Okay.
I was gonna say it was a long street.
It is one way still.
It is,
Are you guys
Cedar
sure
is the
you're
next
getting
street
on
over, there's 2 of them.
Parish.
That's how you get to the rear parking lot.
It's all right together or something.
So basically, whoever's gonna follow somebody to be able to find the way there, need to be here, down here at 12:30 Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Did most of you think you want a caravan, or, hey, I'll see you there?
Are you guys caravanning, or are you just going to go?
We'll plan on that. Yeah.
You're just going to go, so they're not going to.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be.
This group will be there.
We'll be there.
They run.